Happy Tuesday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, coming to you live on Memorex. Default location, default route. Today is day 9 of my workday. Since I returned from short-term disability, 12 weeks of being off and short-term disability, today is day 9. And I was thinking, there's gonna come a time when I won't be able to figure this calculation. I won't be able to, tell you exactly how many days it's been. But right now, it's so new and I'm just so fresh back, I can actually look back over the weeks and calculate, it's day 9. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a very good day, and maybe even monumental in some cases. My only nemesis, my kryptonite. I had 2 calls with her yesterday. I saw the number come up, the area code, because I'm aware of it, but the name didn't come up. So I picked it up. And sure enough, it was her. But I stayed calm, and there was times during my 12-week hiatus or sabbatical or disability where I fantasized or thought about coming back and her being the first call that I get. She rattles me. She rattles me to the point that where it's noticeable even to me. I'm like, oh my goodness. There's something about her energy and the tone and the frequency or whatever that just rattles me. It feels to me like at any time she could not lose it and get mad, but not break down, but just cause problems. This is your supervisor. Just take it to a whole other level. And even though I know how to do my job, and even if it went to another level, my actions would probably be justified. There's something about that I allowed to get in my head about her. And I told her. I flat out told her yesterday, so that's what made it kind of cool. I said, you know what? I said, I was off disability for burnout for 12 weeks. And during that time, I imagined that when I came back, you would be my first call. I told her. And I said, don't nobody rattle me like you do. I said, I'm King Kong everywhere I go. But around you, I'm a little bitch. I actually said that word too. I actually told her. We kind of laughed and, went over it. And, I think it went over well. I told her, I said, I walk around. And I told her, I said, you should be proud to be that person to me. Considering who I think I am, for you to be able to say that you have that is good. I also told her that I was kind of happy to have something like that in my life. Something that lets me know that I am human, I'm mortal. So I helped her. I got her going. Usually when she calls, I can't. But a lot of her issues she called don't be easy, and it take a complex fix. Sometimes you gotta go above and beyond. And I'm so rattled with her that I'm hesitant and apprehensive about doing that next step. So when I pass her on to somebody else who doesn't have what I got, they just go, hit up. delete that, remove that, uninstall that, boom, boom, and not worried about it. I'm so concerned about the consequences of doing the wrong thing with her that I can't do what I'm supposed to do. And it's just her, nobody else. Just her, nobody else. And even yesterday, I was like, she started her like, I was like, I didn't go, I was like, wait a minute, let me do this. You know, I kind of stepped up. I heard it in my voice. I was like, okay. But we talked, and she told me about some stuff, because I told her, about my time off, and she said she was thinking about taking some time off. Because we did kind of butt heads before. We butted heads in the past where I guess a bad survey or a bad review or complaint came in about me. She filed one or something happened that didn't go right, or the way she probably tried to explain it, man, it came out like a complaint or something like that. I don't know if she did it intentionally. No, I really don't think she did it intentionally, in fact. And one of my supervisors even said, you didn't do nothing wrong, but the customer complained, but you really didn't do nothing wrong. I said, okay, So it was good to have that yesterday. Talked to her twice. She called twice. And I got her going back, because she calls Freddie. Oh, man, I got this, I got to get, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do? Oh my God, is there anybody else can hear me? She's just going on. It's just, this is what I hear. I don't know if that's the case, but that is what I hear. Oh my God, what am I doing? I need just to get this out. It's about every time. Oh, I don't know, what am I going to do? And you're trying to fix it, and this is in your ear. She like asking you questions while you're trying to work. I mean, it's just the energy, But I had that call yesterday. So, in ways, it was a very good day. In ways, it was a very, very good day. I can say that. In ways, it was to have to deal with her twice and to be able to talk, flat out tell her about it. I said, I was off for 12 weeks for stress and burnout because I just couldn't do it no more. I said, but I'm okay now, but I said, but during that time, good morning. I was like, but during that time, I'm thinking to myself, the first call I get when I come back is gonna be you. I was like, you rattle me like, I said, I'm King Kong everywhere I go. But you rattle me like, around you, I'm like a little bitch. It was good. So that was good yesterday. I had my hour meeting with my supervisor, which I enjoy because we're about the same age and we can cover some of the same topics that we both find maybe relevant in our lives. And she said something kind of interesting too yesterday. She said, she doesn't get to talk to many adults and people because of the way, working and the way life is structured. So at work, it's kind of hard not to, fall into a conversation. And I was like, oh, that's a good way to put it. Said, yeah. Because if you don't have like a bunch of friends like me, well, I got friends, but I keep them at a distance. I keep them at the acquaintance level. No, I got friends. I don't know what I got. If I was to ask people, put a word out there and say, hey, let's all get together and do this. I can honestly say that I think that more than just a few would come to mind. Not be half. I guess I can't even think of myself about asking somebody to come support me or on my behalf or I need help. I can't even think that way. Also, I was thinking, I don't want to talk about politics or sports or anything. All I want to talk about is me. What is that about? Well, it is Jeffery TV, like you said. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But, you know what I mean? I have no inclination. I watch stuff. I could talk about quantum theory, particles, entanglement, and quantum mechanics, because that's, the stuff I'm kind of listening to in podcasts now. I just said, it'll hit me one day. But out of that, I think Sam Harris said it, there is no free will. And to kind of paraphrase how I put it before, the line that I most recently got was, you have free will, but you can't will what you will. And what I said before is, you have freedom of choice, but you can't choose what you like. That may be, I don't want to use the word predetermined, but it may be subconscious and out of our, control to agree to be manipulated like that. Anyway, Tuesday, going in the office. Gonna be a fun day. Should get my Windows 11 computer today. So it should be a good day or a light day. And I don't want to get in the habit of trying to avoid work. I don't want to look at it that way. I want to look at it as, I want the work to come on head on. And that's kind of how I've been doing it, and it makes it a lot easier. Well, that and the fact that I don't have any distractions, I eliminated all the distractions. And I'm not sitting there in my mind trying to avoid the next call or trying to prolong the time. Because there's little tricks you can do. One of them happened yesterday, and I kind of took advantage of it, but I was actually working. It was that one of the calls got stuck. One of the calls got stuck, and I let it stay stuck. And so if a call's stuck, the phone won't ring. So I let the call stay stuck, and I did some other stuff. And then I finally hung it up. Stuff like that. There's ways you can leave the a thing open or a message open, and you won't get calls. There's just ways you could cheat like that, and I don't want to get in that habit. I don't want to fall into that habit. The day seems to go better when I'm hitting it straight on, flat out, going after it, boom, 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 That just seems to be, works. Feels better when I'm not trying to avoid work. And like I said, this is day 9. I can count how many days. This is day 9. And we'll see how it goes. In the office today, in the office tomorrow. I like going downtown, I like driving downtown. There's no doubt about that. We do. We do what we do. We do what we do. And granddaughter and daughter will be out here next week. Is it next week? Yeah, next week. So I'll be, manipulating that, doing, oh my goodness, wait a minute. I got a minute, okay. I'm just trying to do the logistics here. I'm just trying to do the logistics. Because I got to be in the office one of them days. And picking them up from the airport and getting to work and getting from point A to point B. My sister said, run them a car. Get them a ride service. It might be cheaper. Might be cheaper to pay a couple $100 for a ride service and work. Because I make more money working. So it might come out economically. But anyhow, another thing I was thinking, say I got 7 years ago. I think I did this thought experiment before, or thought exercise. Say I got 7 years, 52 weeks in a year, 5 days a week, work. 52 weeks, 52 times 5 is 260. So there's 260 days a year working. Okay, let's say minus, with my vacation and holidays. Let's just say, because I think I get 3 weeks vacation a year. Let's say I get 2 weeks vacation. Minus 14, say another 14 for holidays. So minus 28. Say that's minus 30. So 230 days a year I gotta work, roughly. 230 days a year. 7 times 230 is 1,610, I believe. 7 times 230. 7 times 200 is 1,400. 7 times 30 is 210. So that'd be 1,410 days. So I got about 1,410 days left to work. I'm, roughly speaking. And I'm on day 9. And it's probably less than that 1,400. But you get the idea. You get the idea. It's fun to have that kind of thought exercise, mental gymnastics to try to do the math in your head. And to think about it in the biggest term, at the highest level, to think about it, the grand ending, the finale, the ultimate goal, to actually have it pictured, to have an idea, I think that's good. To actually have an idea or a number that you can look at, no matter how big it is, and just chip away at it. How many days did I say? About 1,400. I have about 1,400 work days left. Until delayed retirement. That's delayed retirement. That's till I'm 70 and I think I'm getting like $3,700 a month. Who knows what that's gonna be in 7 years, but in 7 years, granddaughter will be 10. My other grandkids will be, I think like 9 and 8 or something like that. Do I wanna go back there and live like a king off my Social Security and fly back and forth to California when I need to, or fly anywhere? Drive to Cleveland, Pittsburgh Airport, be on the Ohio, DC, it's like 5-6 hours to drive. Technically, I drove across Pennsylvania before. I've done it. I drove from New York to Ohio. Didn't enjoy it, but it was something. I think it was about 8-9 hours, I guess. Something like that, maybe more. I've done it. All the way across Pennsylvania Turnpike, I believe. To get around with it, once you get to, probably even catch a bus or something up to Philly or DC or New York, once you get up there, you can take mass transit, up and down the seaboard, to get around and do stuff. Football games back there, but wintertime, I'm just, but it's the funk community. I don't know how long it's gonna last out here. Can it be recreated in Ohio? Can I start my own? Or start one in Ohio, or find a funk collective in Ohio. People get together, play the music, record, blah, 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 blah. Start something like that. Because everything's on the internet. So I'll be able to, as far as the internet goes, communication, you can do that from anywhere. I can do all my websites and all that recording. Except for the musicians in the sunshine and the happiness of California. the brightness. But in wintertime, probably put a treadmill in my house or something. Get my steps, keep moving during the winter. It's very easy to stay in that warm house, not go outside, not do nothing. And you got thunderstorms and rain, you know. So you probably might want to have a gym. I can get a gym, Planet Fitness, whatever. You know, so it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. It can be looked at it that way. It can be looked at it as a thing. Now that we kind of calculated, I got about 1,400 workdays left. Something like that. No, it's probably less than 14. Yeah, about 1,400. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a good day because I was able to deal with my kryptonite and was able to express, and I love expressing. I love expressing my feelings to people. I really do enjoy that. I really do actually telling people. I get off on that. I can actually say that I do. I like expressing my feelings to people and really don't want anything in return. I just like doing it. I like the way it feels. Tell them something I like or don't like about them, or, you know, something kind of personal, how they may make me feel or this or that. You know, I enjoy it to a degree. Not so much with family. My feelings with family is different. It's like, just do your job. Just do your job. No time for celebration. No time for congratulations. We got a long way to go. Just do your job. Maintain your integrity and your dignity. To be part of this family, be associated with me. You know, every now and then, someone will do something good. You know, say, hey, good job. You know, hey, you know, blah, blah. But as far as that, I don't know. It's just, you know, you don't let up on family. I just don't let up. I don't give them a break. They don't get a break. We trying to win the Super Bowl. And we about halfway through the season. I can't say we just starting out. Being 63 years old, I can't say we just starting out. We probably about halfway through the season trying to get in the playoffs. Okay, we probably made the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. We may have even won the division. You know, because we are established to a point, relatively speaking, to the people, you know, relatively speaking, looking around the people around me, their situations and other families, and this and that, and compare where I think we're at, whatever that means, and whatever context you want to take it, versus other families. You know, you go, okay, yeah, sure, okay. You look at granddaughter and my daughter's house and my son and what he's doing and how they're living and all that, the core of the people that I associate with back there. Now there's drama, and I realized a bunch of time ago that you need the drama, you need some friction, you need some disharmony just to keep it real. You need some friction, some stress, some tension. You need it in doses. It's how you handle it is the thing. And I think we do okay. I think we do okay. I mean, to the point where I can go back there every so often and stay for large periods of time and not die. Because there was a time when I would die. I slowly die from being away from home and away from my solitude. It was tough. We had to work some things out. It was tough. We had to work some things out, and I think we did. You know, we achieved a balance. Probably a good way to put it. And from that balance came mutual benefits. As, because remember last time I was there last time for the longest that I've been, and I wasn't working. So there was like no distraction. There was like, you know, not that I needed distraction, but you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of free time. Didn't even have my work computer. I was back there for the longest, like 3.5 weeks or something like that, and not working. And I did okay. Weight-wise, calorie-wise, mentally. I think it was easier. I think it was a lot easier mentally, not working. I can talk about me all day. Can I? And I think everybody should. I think everybody should. It's not, and I will say this too, that say like I was to get with somebody or be with somebody, you know, like get with them, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or just like hanging out or talking, a friend, co-worker, whatever. I like hearing their stories too. In fact, I want to hear their stories. In fact, I even learned how to get people to talk about themselves. Some people got to be trained, or at least reminded. This is not about you. It's not about me. It's not about your kids. We're asking about you. What do you want? And they go, I guess. You know. And I ask questions that probes down into them, what they think, what they want. How did it make them feel? Why did they make that determination, that reaction, that this, that, you know? Let's test it out different camera angles. Cause I even had this one. I was even walking like this for a while. This is kind of easy if I walk like this. So it won't stay up. I got, see how it won't stay? Keeps falling down. That's probably too high. Can't really see. How about like that? See it fall? See how it fell? Because the grip is a ball inside a thing you're supposed to tighten up. And it's already tight. I guess it has no grip. So at certain angles, it just falls. My concern was, one time I was doing this and it was too close. It was all up my nose. So, and then also how I hold it. Right now I'm holding at the handle at the very end, which gives the weight of the camera more leverage and kind of harder to hold. So what I started doing was holding it in the middle of the stick with the handle, between the handle and the camera to kind of balance it, give myself a little balance. It made it a little easier because right now there's a lot of pressure on my wrist. But that's okay. I'm surviving. And we're out here. And also I was wondering, all this walking I be doing, I be out here walking. Sometimes, every now and then I question, is it worth it? Because you know, nowadays on Facebook, you see these ads. They got these like ads thingies. They be like, are you losing weight walking your 10,000 miles? I mean, 10,000 steps. They put things in your head to question your 10,000 steps, which is brilliant, because they know we all out here doing it. And they know we all want to improve, we all want to know the information. I've clicked on a couple of them. What they want you to do is put in a bunch of information and then get back to you. I can't stand those sites. Those sites I can't stand. They say, here, figure out, refinance it, figure out how much it'll cost you to blah, 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 blah. And they want you to just put all your information in. And you put all your information in, and then they say they'll get back to you later or something. After they get your name and address and email, after they get your contact information. That way they can have an agent, come at you. Which is cool. I mean, you do what you do. Well, cool might not be the right word, but do what you do. Make your way in the world today, because it takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. That's what I did. I took a break from all my worries. And I feel so much better. See this? Can you see this? Nice, huh? Kind of nice. Out in California, we get this kind of stuff a lot. Creativity, a lot of creative souls, creative spirits. In fact, we have spirits at all, probably, or call them spirits, or have an understanding what that is, so to speak. But I'm out here, I get my 10,000 steps. Woke up at 204.2 this morning, which is not horrible considering I was up to 208 over the weekend, over this 3-day weekend. I was up 208. Went to bed last night, 207. But I knew a lot of that was watermelon and liquid. So I woke up this morning, 204.2. Get out here, I'll walk on this. I'll probably come out at, I'll probably lose 2.6. So I'll be 203, 201, probably 201.6 or something like that, which ain't horrible for a Tuesday. And then we'll go Monday, right? And then get a weekend. But I don't want to look forward to the weekend yet. And this weekend, I need to have a recording session. I need to get some people together. We need to record. That's what we need to do. But we'll see how I feel after my first 5-day work week, which includes 2 days in the office. Yeah, feels good. It feels good. It really does. It feels good. It feels good to feel good. My feet stop hurting. I got like a callus or a blister. I don't know, it's not a blister yet, but a sensitivity on my toe. I got that kind of worked out. I got some skin irritation on my chest. I got bandages on, looking like I was in a war. So I get these boils and got them all my life. Used to get them hydritis stuff or something. My daughter gets it real bad. In fact, she had surgery where they just cut her armpits out. Literally cut her armpits out and replaced it with skin from her leg. Something like that. That's how bad it was. My mother used to get them. My sister get them a little bit. I think we used to get some sweating, skin irritation, this and that. And what I was doing was, I was wearing them same old nasty shirts. And they were medium, they were tight. And I could feel them irritating my skin. I could literally feel it. And sure enough, I got 2 patches of boil areas right there on my chest. And it's bad, but it's not horrendous. It's bad enough to be, it's bad because it's bad. It's bad because it shouldn't have happened. So now I'm watching what clothes I wear. I rinse the clothes out. I won't wear dirty ones again. Because I mean, I was wearing t-shirts all tight and they'd be crunchy. They'd be so sweated out, whatever, they'd be crunchy. And I could feel it. I could literally feel it irritating my skin. Literally. I can literally feel it scratching and feeling like the boils being made almost. Because of the way it would like catch my skin or irritate it. I was like, this ain't good. And sure enough, they start popping up. So I'm gonna start being better by that. And so with today, I wore, if you notice, I don't know if you noticed or not, but notice how I have a shirt on, I have my t-shirt on the outside. I'm wearing a large t-shirt and not the medium one. And I put the polyester rayon long sleeve shirt on first because it's softer on my skin. And I definitely feel a difference because I was wearing tight clothes, tight sweaty clothes. It was, so I gotta get that. I was even thinking I might have to go get a cortisone shot. Even though I wasn't a believer in cortisone, I was like, that ain't gonna work. She shot me up a couple times, other places. It seemed to work. It seemed to knock it out. So, get that cleaned up. Start doing better there. You just gotta keep doing better every day. Every day, it's gonna be something. Every day, hopefully, I would even say hopefully. Every day, hopefully, there's something to get better at. Something you gotta improve, a continuous improvement. I think that's what we all should strive for, continuous improvement towards perfection. Because we're already perfect. Whatever we are is perfect. There is no ought to be. There just is. Ought to be is purely subjective. And I believe per individual. Even in the collective. Even if you get a bunch of people together and say, this is what we want, this is what we believe in, I think it still has to be looked at it at an individual, subjective reality or desire or whatever you want to call it. It's up to the individual. Been studying the philosophers, listening to the audiobooks about the philosophers, Nietzsche, Hegel, Schopenhauer. Who's it? Spencer, Kant, you know, and how they lived and how they evolved. Will Durant, I think, wrote this book. I don't know who narrated it, but I really like the way they narrated it. And it's on Spotify, and you get 15 hours a month audio book time and Spotify. Then after 15 hours, you gotta pay and, you know, get extra or whatever. So 15 a month, so, you know, I've been listening to this one book, trying to save the hours, you know me. Trying to save the hours for what? And then, you know, because I want to use them up. It becomes a game to me. It becomes to have a strategy. It becomes a game and exercise that I want to utilize, you know? And exploit. It's fun. It's fun. Reminds me, I'm going to consolidate it with my father, get the best deal. He was always looking at the best deal, the best strategy. You know, I've seen him talk to cashiers, and go here and get that. You know, we go with him shopping on Saturday, whatever. See his strategy and how he would do things, have coupon, find that in the paper, get that, get the best deal. Sometimes you got to challenge store, the cashier, sometimes you gotta challenge the authority, just to show them that, hey, prove your point or show them what's going on here. I've always had confidence about that. I've always had confidence in regards to questioning the authority. That is for sure. So, saw P-Funk was on front porch when they were in DC. In fact, I saw him the day they did it. Talking to Trey Luton, Denzel was saying, they were saying, yeah, because I remember it's work for them. So they come in, they got to go do that in the morning, and then rehearsal, and then play. It's work. They had a long day. You may think it's all cool. Yeah, they get to play music all day long. They get to play music all day long. But damn, literally all day long. This morning, when I did the front porch and came to the venue, 930 Club, of which I do still want to get a t-shirt. I might order a t-shirt online for the 930 Club. I bet you they ain't that expensive either. I bet you they don't try to, not gouge you, but I bet you they ain't overpriced. Probably, I bet you about $25. I'm guessing, 25. And that's probably, I wanted to say 20, but I'll be happy if they're 25. I'm gonna check 930 Club. She said, just order it online. Oh yeah. And if I do that, I guess I gotta get a House of Blue shirt. I think I have a House of Blue shirt, but it's old, dingy, and extra large or 2X or something like that. Definitely need a House of Blues shirt. Which other one? House of Blues, 930 Club. What other ones? Howard Theater was okay. New York, Central Park, Sony Hall. Let me see, there might have been a couple in San Francisco. Some older ones in San Francisco that I might have. San Diego, LA, Novo. Yeah, it would probably just be the 930 Club and the House of Blues that I can think of right now. Trying to think, where else? Ohio, no. Chicago's House of Blues. New Orleans is House of Blues. Oh, Tipitina's. Even only did once there. Tipitina's. Did twice there, I think, maybe. Maybe once or twice. Or the one time I did it, it was like, woo! It was the coolest. Hanging out with DJ Soul Sister. It was the coolest. I'm tempted to tell that story again. Because I was out. I drove, I caught an Uber to the show. Because I said in Metairie, I stayed there, so I caught an Uber to the show. I think what I did was I caught an Uber. I think I went to the game. I think I went and saw the Golden State Warriors and the Pelicans play. And then I walked to the venue. So I really had no car. And I was sitting outside. And so sister was like, come on. She was getting an Uber. She was like, come on, get in. I was like, no, it's not in my schedule. My mind is, it's not in my schedule. I had to think quick on my feet. I was like, fuck it. I jumped in, went her to Tipitina's. She the queen of Tipatina, so we got backstage access and passes, and just walk right in. Dumpster Funk playing. I'm walking right in front of them, right in front of the stage, in front of everybody, in front of the crowd, everything. Dumpster Funk playing. Had on my P-Funk 1 jersey, because I had just left the P-Funk show. We had just left the P-Funk show. Oh my God. Oh, and I'm up there backstage standing there. Like I like to say, rubbing elbows with Dumpster Funk, literally, as they was coming on and off the stage. Oh my God. It was, oh my God. Oh my God. I love New Orleans. I won't miss the P-Funk show in New Orleans. Food, weather, the vibe. I will not miss a P-Funk show. I did Mardi Gras there one year, and P-Funk was there. I love New Orleans. I do. I have to say, I love me some New Orleans. Anyway, it's good. Life is good. Especially when you feel good and your feet don't hurt so much. And you kind of got your back my back hasn't been hurting in a long time, come to think about it. My back used to give me problems. My shoulder, I think I had muscle strain or nerve, something in my shoulder that happens every so often. That's taken care of. Got like a little strain in my eye. Like when I shut my eye, my right eye, I can feel a little bit of muscle strain or something there, but kind of grasping for stuff now. Kind of grasping for stuff. Getting my 10,000 steps in. It's important, even though sometimes I don't think it is. It's important. Just being out and not being lazy. Even if I don't burn the calories, even if it's not the most, illuminating physical activity, just to be out. And mentally, psychologically out amongst it and in it, Participating in life. Coming out here, look, see somebody? There's people over there, believe me. There's people over there, but right now it looks like it's nothing. You look, you see, it seems like you're out here by yourself. But believe me, there's people over there. There's stuff going on. Anyway, guess what? I was thinking about taking the outro out. Is the outro too long? Do I need it? Now it's a thing now. I almost can't get rid of it. It's a thing. I gotta say it. I gotta go swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for the funk. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all, theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.